Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lloyd 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Yellow wall.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, dude?
All right, so let's start off with the good news first, because I can't wait to see what you say to this other stuff that I've got, because this is just fucking hilarious. But so Godzilla versus Kong.
Right.
A couple things have happened lately, and I think more is going to happen over the weekend. The art book that they usually make for these movies is now up for pre-order on Amazon.
Okay, I saw that. Yeah,
really cool. I kind of expected that they were going to do one. They've done one for the past 3 months of films, so that's the smaller stuff out of the way. There is earlier today, there was a picture that leaked from the toy fair that's going to be going on in New York over the weekend.
Okay.
The toy fair starts on the 22nd. I believe that's this Sunday.
Okay.
So expect to
23rd.
see
Today,
the 23rd.
Sunday's the 23rd.
Gotcha. So it must be on Saturday that it starts. Expect to see a lot of Godzilla vs. Kong merchandise, and with that, obviously, will come spoilers for the film because of things that are there. The picture that leaked, though, was a concept art of Godzilla, and there were some slight design. It was a more stylized Godzilla, so it's not what he's going to look like in the movie. But a lot of the time with these stylized pictures, the elements of the design changes will show up in the film. So apparently, and I think this is really cool, and if you guys, this isn't really a big spoiler for the film, it's just for Godzilla's design. There have been some design changes from 2019. I think they all look really good. The most prominent one is that his spines are now white.
Oh, cool.
Kind of like the Showa era, where his spines are white.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really cool.
Tracing? Is it more of a tracing, or are they all white?
So from what I've heard, it's going to be more like the tracing, but in this picture, they were all white, mainly because he was using his atomic breath in this picture, and it like the outline, like traces of it were white, but the inside of it was blue, where it was charged up. Now, the picture showed him using his atomic breath. It looked like he was attacking Hong Kong, which is apparently where the final battle is going to take place. So it was a really cool picture. You guys can find it out there. Not too spoilery, but it's out there. I think we're going to see a lot more. I think we're going to see a Kong picture. It's kind of the same thing coming up this weekend. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that one, because I think this is where we're going to start getting some more Godzilla news, Godzilla versus Kong news going on. So that's the good news. Let's get into the questionable news now.
Oh, no.
So this all has to do with the MCU. Specifically, the television shows that are going to be on Disney+.
Oh, no.
Might be spoilers, so if you don't want to know, stop watching now.
Oh, here we go.
So, let's start off with this one. Loki. We got that little clip from the Super Bowl that showed Loki as a prisoner with that, whole time thing that's in Marvel. I don't know too much about it, but it's like the time patrol basically in Marvel.
Okay.
So from what I'm hearing, and this came from Den of Nerds, so go check their video out because they break the whole thing down. Kang the Conqueror is apparently going to be in this show. And Kang the Conqueror has apparently already been cast for. Do you guys remember who they cast in Loki a little while ago? Owen Wilson might be Kang the Conqueror.
Oh, no.
And from what Den of Nerds is saying, the reason they think this is that his character has not been leaked out to any sources, and apparently there is a absolute security lockdown on the set whenever he is in costume.
Oh my God.
And they're saying it would probably be because it's going to be a very classic looking Kang costume, and any set pictures of him would immediately be identifiable from the public.
Oh my God.
So Owen Wilson,
but isn't Kang either? I can't remember. Is he Avengers or was he Fantastic Four? I'm trying to remember.
No, he's Avengers.
Okay,
yeah, but he's related. He's apparently related to Reed Richards.
He's either the future descendant of Reed Richards or Doctor Doom, or at some point in time, maybe the families merge.
Right.
And he's from both.
Right.
His name is Richards.
Yeah.
His last name.
So allegedly, this may be his introduction into the MCU.
Oh shit. So in other words, this is how you bring the Fantastic Four in, by fucking having him in first?
I don't know.
That's terrible. And he's a comedian, though.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have Kang be like a comic relief thing or anything.
So he's a comedian like Chris Rock is trying to do serious with Saw.
Yeah.
Owen Wilson's doing a serious role?
Yes. Which he's done before. He's done it before. But
come on.
Very questionable casting, if this is true. This is not 100% confirmed yet, but it sounds like this may be the way they're going.
That's terrible.
It really sounds like this is what we're going to do.
That's terrible. That's horrible. Is there anything worse than that?
Oh, hold on, because I don't see. That's the worst one to me, because that made me just kind of go like,
that's
what?
Pretty bad, because Kang the Conqueror is a big fucking deal. Excuse my language.
Let's talk about the thing that they talked about today. And again, all this is coming from Den of Nerds. So, the Falcon show, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Right.
Oh, you're not going to like this.
What? Now what? With this?
Apparently, part of the show, possibly the villain of the show, other than Baron Zemo, is going to be the soldiers that were infused with the super soldier serum before Steve Rogers.
What?
There are apparently going to be one or more super soldiers that were forced to take the super soldier serum before Steve Rogers, and it apparently ties to the actual historical event of the Tuskegee experiments, where they used African-American individuals and tested certain things on them forcefully.
What?
This is an actual thing that happened in history. So apparently it's going to emulate that, and there may or may not, I'm saying may or may not, I'm not trying to be provocative here, but there may or may not be a sense of racial issues.
Oh my God. Really?
Yes.
I know the Falcon comic, they went in this weird direction where he was a Democrat and he was saying anybody that was Republican was evil, and there was weird shit going on in the comic when he became Captain America. They ruined it. So this is even worse than that.
So wait, hold on though. It gets worse, I think. For you anyway, because I heard this and I immediately thought of you, because I know how much you hate this, and I really don't want to tell you what is in this show, because you're really gonna not like it. I know you're not gonna like this. Again, with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Thunderbolt Ross absolutely will not allow Sam to be the next Captain America.
Why?
Absolutely not. And here we go. The reason he is not going to be the next Captain America, the Sokovia Accords are still in effect. They never went away.
Oh, come on.
Apparently they got worse. And the reason that he doesn't want him to be Captain America is because him and Steve Rogers did not sign the Accords.
Who fucking cares?
So apparently he rolls up and he's like, Captain America, the super soldier serum, and everything related to him are United States property. And if you don't sign the Accords, you are not Captain America.
Oh, no.
Sam says, go fuck yourself. And he goes, good. You're not Captain America.
Oh, shit.
Give me the shield. He apparently takes the shield and gives it to the guy that they assigned to be the next Captain America.
What?
Oh, that's when a U.S. agent comes in.
Yes, the U.S. agent, the guy that we see running out on the football field, that is their hand-picked Captain America.
Oh, my God, no. But the thing about him is that he was a dick that pissed off the villains, that the villains killed his whole fucking family because he was a dick. And then he became an alcoholic and a murderer. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
So this is not the chummy team comedy of like Winter Soldier and Falcon, like buddy taking on the.
If all of this is true, and again I'm putting an asterisk by this because this is not all confirmed, but it is looking like it's going in this direction. It doesn't sound like that to me. Now,
this is the worst shit I've ever heard.
Now, wait, hold on. Like, I trust Kevin Feige. After this time, so I think this is going to be good. I still think this is going to be good, but I don't think this is going to go the way everybody's expecting it. I think it's
they're looking for, and getting off the subject just for a moment, they are looking for a She-Hulk within the 20 to 30 year range.
Okay, now
forget about that for now.
But that's another thing because there is news about that. So.
Okay, so this is the worst news. Two bad news so far.
This one's not so bad. I actually think this one's pretty good. The one with She-Hulk that's coming up. So like Scott said, they are casting for She-Hulk now. Apparently, on the call sheet for the casting, it clearly states a future Avenger.
Yeah, we know that, though. We know she's
going to be fine. The bigger news, apparently, is that we are definitely going to see Thunderbolt Ross become Red Hulk at some point.
Yep.
I figured they were going to do that, though, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with that. I figured they were going to do it.
That's all cool. I think all that.
Well, is Mark Ruffalo returning for
yes,
She-Hulk?
Because from what I've heard, again, from Dead of News, they said that her origin is going to be like it was in the comic where she needs a
blood transfusion. So all that stuff about him being fired is bullshit.
Yeah.
He's still with us. Okay.
He's still with them. Yeah. So, that I think, again, that sounds cool. I have no.
All right. So let me ask you another question now. So, all right, Kang the Conqueror. All right, the Hulk. Is he doing a Hulk movie now or no? Is that still the Wolverine versus the Hulk?
As far as we know, no. They don't have any plans to do a Hulk movie right now, at least in this phase. Basically, what we heard about this in this phase is what we're getting for the foreseeable future.
Okay. Wow. Holy shit. So what about anything else?
So yes, I don't know how deep you want me to go into this because I have a lot of stuff about Morbius.
Very deep.
Okay. So again, spoilers for Morbius. These are potential spoilers. If you don't want to know, stop watching now. I had heard a plot leak that apparently is legitimate for the movie, and I honestly think it sounds pretty good. I'm very surprised. It sounds much better than Venom, and it's very interesting. This apparently is definitely in the MCU.
Right.
Because apparently there's a scene toward the middle of the movie, I hear, where he is arrested, Morbius is arrested, and he's brought to a prison where he meets
the Vulture.
Vulture, thank you. God, what the hell? He meets Vulture, and apparently Cletus Cassidy is there as well.
Oh, shit.
He's been moved from the prison in San Francisco to where this one is, and from what I've heard, and there are set photos from Venom 2 that back this up, he doesn't have that stupid wig anymore. Apparently, he just has, like, natural red hair. Like, I guess Woody Harrelson has the red hair.
Shit. So, in other words, Venom is also in the MCU.
So, technically, Venom is in the MCU. And apparently, what the reason that poster of Spider-Man looked like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, apparently, from what I've heard, when the deal between Disney and Sony broke down, they told them in the movie, replace Tom Holland's Spider-Man with another Spider-Man. And the options were a completely new Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, or the Spider-Man from the video game that came out. But when the deal was reinstated, they apparently said, make it Tom Holland again.
But that's not Tom Holland.
But apparently it is.
But they changed it again?
Apparently when the movie comes out, it's going to look like Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Okay. But here's the thing. We just got word today and yesterday that Sony wants to strengthen the deal where they're with Disney forever with Spider-Man.
Yes.
So he's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere, but these Sony movies may now become ancillary material in the MCU.
I'm okay with that.
I am too.
I'm okay with that.
Apparently, they are taking their old plans that they had for the Amazing Spider-Man and regrafting them or reforming them, I guess, They are pushing for the Sinister Six.
Right. Okay. They're changing it up, but it's the same thing. The Sinister Six are coming.
Now there's an interesting thing, though, about this Morbius movie. Because apparently there's a lot of magic involved in the movie.
Oh, shit. Doctor Strange.
I think it's not him directly, but I think they're kind of borrowing a little bit of that. Because, the big spoiler, Matt Smith is the villain. He is an ancient vampire, a character from Marvel, who was like the Morbius before Morbius.
He's not Dracula.
No. His character, I can't remember his name. It starts with like an L. It's like people are pronouncing it. But what's interesting about this is that tell me if this sounds familiar. His whole point of being in the movie and going after Morbius is that he wants to absorb Morbius's life force to reinvigorate himself so that he doesn't have to drink blood anymore. So he could be immortal forever.
Valeyard?
No, this is literally the Palpatine thing that he was supposed to do.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, so it's very interesting that this is kind of happening for him anyway.
So now, if he is... Okay, so here's the thing. If he is in a Sony movie that's now Disney-Sony connection, does that mean that he is not going to be in the Doctor Strange movie as Nightmare? Matt Smith?
No, I don't think he is.
Wow. Shit.
So, yeah, I think this is...
But now, here's another thing. Sam Raimi is hired.
Yes.
For Doctor Strange 2, which he said flat out he's going to do everything in his power to make Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker appear. And at the least a cameo.
And I think that he can do that. I think that, with the relationship that they have with Sony now, and you have Doctor Strange who can peer and go to alternate universes, I don't see what's stopping him.
Well, why don't you just bring Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man to the MCU and get stuck here?
They're not going to do that. I think what you're going to do is you're going to see a quick flash, like they're going to have like multiple universes going on the screen. You're going to see a quick flash of Tobey Maguire, and then it's going to be like a couple of seconds.
Well, here's the thing. I heard that Scarlett Johansson is in Doctor Strange 2 as an evil Black Widow.
So it's not just her, apparently.
Okay.
Chris.
Apparently there are multiple people in this movie that are alternate versions of themselves.
Is it, was the guy's name Dr. Loaxius Crown or something like that?
Yeah.
For Morbius. Right?
Okay, because I just looked up his enemy.
So wait a minute, let me ask you another question. So is Chris Evans an evil Captain America like Hydra Cap?
He may or may not show up as one, yes.
So all the Avengers may be in this as evil versions.
Not as main characters or anything, but like
will Robert Downey Jr. be in it as an evil Iron Man?
I don't know. They said that it's a possibility that you'll see alternate versions of these characters because apparently whatever Wanda is doing, Strange is trying to fix it, and it's like going haywire.
Right. So she's okay. So, but here's the thing. This would be what they said, that the guy left because it became more of a thing for the whole entire MCU than Doctor Strange 2. So It's like Civil War for Captain America. Like all the Avengers are going to show up, and like it's going to be like different versions of them. But it's going to be like
they're not going to have big roles. Like they're not going to be the villain.
It doesn't matter. Just by them being in it, it's going to be cool. Right.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, if Chris Hemsworth shows up as a different Thor, that would be cool too.
Maybe he'll be like the unworthy Thor.
This movie then is going to be like $2 billion. Like this is going to go through the roof. Doctor Strange 2 is going to go through the roof.
Hopefully.
Wow, I'm happy with that at least. But the bad news about I mean, I first of all, Kang the Conqueror is supposed to be, I thought, the next villain for the next phase. Building him up, but you throw him in a Loki thing, I don't know how that works. But now Marvel's also
he's going to be they might be shoehorning him in by doing this,
right? But then Marvel also now has this idea they want to bring Thanos back. Like, so how the hell do you do that? Where you so now these people died for no reason. So then you got to bring them back too. You can't just if Thanos comes back to life and Tony Stark is still dead, and Black Widow's still dead. You can't have that. They got to bring them back because the sacrifice was in vain, really. But you could do it with him.
Time, but nonetheless, they are.
No. But you could do it. You could do. Well, no, necessarily. He could have used a reality stone in the future to make it like he died and got his head chopped off, and he didn't really. But the thing is, like, if you bring Thanos back, you gotta bring them back. You have to.
It doesn't sound like that's I don't think that's the direction they're going, because apparently from these same sources, it sounds like the goal is to rebuild the Avengers with different heroes.
Yes, but then something happens and it has to be A versus X.
Eventually.
Well, so you have to get the original Avengers back too.
Yeah, not right now.
I know.
Apparently that's not the plan right now. But like, I agree with you. I think that's definitely in the cards. But
it's like they did good, the new Avengers, but let's get the main team now. So
and I think you'll have a combination of old Avengers and new Avengers, and it'll
Moon Knight will be an Avenger. Black Knight will be an Avenger, because this is a comic book I showed you before. They had She-Hulk, Black Knight. They had Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel, but she was Captain Marvel. She was the leader of the Avengers at the time. So now, if you phase out Brie Larson, will they phase out Brie Larson? Probably.
No, apparently she's still going to be Captain Marvel.
But they're not going to make. Well, the thing is, they could call Monica Rambeau like Photon or whatever spec they called her when they changed the name.
Yeah, they'll do something.
They'll call her a different name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What they could do, since there was talk about this on on comic things, how they could bring in some of the X-Men. Rogue could have been brought in
Rogue could be with Captain Marvel, because that's the thing with Captain Marvel. Oh, but wait, there's another thing though. Emily Blunt.
And then they could easily if they didn't want Brie Larson, after Rogue did her little mental thing when she drained her powers, they could get
right. Well, she not only drained her powers, she erased her memory, like everything.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, but here's the thing I want to talk about. Chris, Emily Blunt on her Twitter put a picture of her as Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
With
but
her
there
husband.
Wouldn't be anything there.
With her husband as Reed Richards, The Rock as the Thing, and some guy as Demon Touch. I don't know who that was. Like, what's that about? Or is that just a tease?
I have this is just me speculating.
I think that's real.
I have a funny feeling that that's actually a misdirection.
Because she's the She-Hulk instead.
I think she's the She-Hulk.
I heard that, though.
I think that we're being misled. I think this is a clever ploy by somebody.
Well,
they told her, hey, put this on there. Wink, wink.
Right, but here's another thing I heard. I heard a while back they were considering Jodie Whittaker as the Invisible Woman.
I don't think they're gonna do. I think that to kind of match the audience that they want, I think the Fantastic Four are gonna be on the younger side.
Young?
Like, so long as it's not like that
in
last
their 30s.
version. Ugh.
But, like, wouldn't her husband be Reed Richards? Because he said he would be.
Yeah, it's possible, and I wouldn't be upset with that casting. I definitely don't think The Rock is going to be in it, though, because he's tied up with DC.
Yeah, he's got DC, and they don't want to cross.
Yeah.
Well, they could cross. I mean, they could do
They could, but I don't think...
James Gunn is just doing his own.
Still, the way it's going with their contracts, if you're working for DC, you can't do Marvel and vice versa.
His schedule is so filled up, not to mention that apparently he might be coming back to wrestling next year.
Oh, what the?
Not permanently, but
why?
WrestleMania is going to be in Hollywood next year in the new stadium that they're building. He apparently, from what I've heard, I think it was either Stephanie McMahon or Vince McMahon are making a apparently huge pitch for him to come back at WrestleMania.
Why?
So they want him at WrestleMania.
But he doesn't. First of all, he has to train. He can't really.
Well, he's in good shape. I mean, now that doesn't necessarily equate to being in wrestling shape, but I mean, it's,
So who's he going to fight, the champion?
So
he's going to win the belt. Probably.
My pick, it would be one of two people. It would either be his cousin Roman Reigns to put him over, in which case The Rock would lose,
Right.
Or he would finally have a rematch with Brock Lesnar.
Is wrestling that bad? They need to do this?
Well, it's actually not been as terrible lately.
All right, but it's not dying,
It
though.
should be writing the scripts.
It's not dying, though, right?
No. Oh, no.
Oh, good. Okay, so they fixed whatever problem that was going on, right? Or not?
Kind of.
So is that new wrestling?
That's still hurting them, though. Right?
AEW is doing well. It's not really hurting them as much as everybody thinks it is.
So did AEW decline?
No, AEW is doing very well. They just got re-signed to 2023. But yeah. But anyway, that's besides the point. There's one other thing that I wanted to talk about, not Marvel related. If you want to move on to that topic, we can. I don't really. There's nothing.
What
really
is
left
the topic?
Marvel-wise. Matrix 4.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't. Have you?
I heard something. I heard the fact. Okay, here's the thing now.
Wait, spoilers. This could be potential spoilers for the Matrix.
Okay, all right. So here's the thing. I heard that. I don't know if this is true. That Morpheus dies, but there's a way that he is brought back, I guess, as a new body, a younger version, right? And that Keanu Reeves is Neo and Trinity are looking for him because he's going to be the one.
Okay, I haven't heard that, and I can't confirm that. What I was going to say sounds a lot worse.
Okay.
Or looks a lot worse. I can't even say sounds because it's – all right, I'll just get into it. They're doing the unthinkable, and they're actually shooting on location. My God, whoever heard of that? They're shooting on location, so people are getting –
I'm seeing all kinds of shit. Right.
Right. Okay, so the first thing that people got was that there is a scene of Neo. He looks like John Wick, except in street clothes, standing on a street corner, covering his eyes like the sun is in his eyes, and he's looking up at something.
Right.
So, okay, not really that telling, but apparently Neo is still alive.
Yes,
he didn't die. Okay, or he came back to life.
And somehow he saved Trinity.
Wait, but just wait.
Used his energy to.
Here's the bad part. Bad part's coming up. Bad part.
Oh,
I'm gonna go the Han Solo route. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Oh no.
One of the scenes that people have been filming while they were shooting, they're doing a stunt where Neo and Trinity jump off a skyscraper.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're both flying.
No. Trinity is flying. She's holding on to Neo as though he can't fly.
He used his whole fucking shit to save her.
There's another set photo of them on a bike, and she's driving. She's on the bike driving, and he's holding on to her as though he has no idea what's going on. So something happened where things have gone backwards. I think the Matrix got reset.
But he's in a pod somewhere?
I don't know where he is. I don't know where Trinity is. I don't know where Morpheus is. My speculation is that the Matrix got reset and things are bleeding in from the old Matrix, and they're not coming into the new Matrix exactly the way we remember them.
But here's the thing, they were freed from the Matrix, but now that he's with the machines, he's probably hooked up again.
Probably.
And so is she, though.
You know it would be a real ball buster?
What?
If she was actually an agent.
I know.
The Matrix programmed her to be an agent to
she's dead.
Keep Neo in check.
Right, but she's dead, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. So why won't they have Lawrence Fishburne in this?
I think he is going to be in it.
Oh, that's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
I think he's going to make at least a cameo in it because this is the thing. He's with Keanu Reeves and John Wick. You don't think that?
Why isn't he in it though? I don't know. But here's another thing. They went to get Agent Smith in it. Hugo Weaving, and he was busy. But he said he was upset because he would have done it. I
don't think we need Smith in it.
But he was going to be in it, though.
No, I understand that, but I don't think we need Smith in it. I think we can go with something else. Listen, my speculation, like I said before, I think the Matrix got reset somehow. The architect did something Maybe this is another iteration of the Matrix, like he had said in the past.
And she's the one.
I don't know. I don't know, because in that scene, maybe it was both of them flying, but it didn't look like that. It looked like Trinity was holding on.
Listen, what everybody doesn't understand is this is the first of a new trilogy. That's what I was told.
Yeah.
So it's not one movie, people. It's 3 movies.
They're hoping it's going to be a trilogy.
It's definitely going to be a trilogy.
This one has to do well for them to do a trilogy.
It will.
Let me tell you something. If they pull some of this, like, again, you don't really know what's going on, even though you saw the other movies, Palpatine's still alive, we're in a lot of trouble. They better not do that shit like they didn't really defeat machines and. Yeah. Well, apparently they didn't, because there's a Matrix 4.
Matrix rebooted.
And the Merovingian's in it too, though. The Merovingian's in it too. The guy from, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because he didn't die. Like, so I mean.
Right.
Wife. So I mean.
Listen, like I said. Well, the only one they didn't screw up yet is Please don't screw up the Matrix franchise now. Okay?
It's coming, man.
Come on, man.
I got a bad feeling about this. It's coming.
Please don't say that.
I got an idea.
Don't screw up Bill and Ted either.
In an ending credit scene, we see a guy turn around and it's Chibnall going.
Don't screw up John Wick either.
A script for you.
Don't screw up John Wick either, though. You know.
Please, you know what's gonna
I'm waiting for 4.
You know what's gonna happen is that in the Matrix 4, it's gonna end with Neo getting his memories back if he's lost his memories and powers back. Blah blah blah. We think he's gonna go to the source of the Matrix, right? And he's gonna be like, I thought this war was over. How did you come back? And then in the chair, the architect's going to turn around and he's going to go, the dark side of the Force is a pathway to considered to be unnatural. And then we're all just going to go, that's not an explanation. And then the movie's going to end with directed by J.J. Abrams. And we're going to go.
Right. and then you're going to see like the street corner called Cloverfield.
Exactly.
Right.
Clover will show up and be like, "Oh, this is a new person."
Clover's the one, actually.
Yeah,
he's the new one.
That's who they're looking for.
What is up with that? Is he done with that now?
Cloverfield?
Yeah.
I was actually like clenching my intestines this January 18th because I was waiting for the obligatory Cloverfield now playing in a theater near you. We didn't tell anybody movie, but that didn't happen, thankfully.
And his Spider-Man series was delayed too, by the way.
Yeah, so. He hasn't said anything about Cloverfield, and I don't think he's going to because I think he's doing something for
Superman.
DC. Possibly.
Superman. Yeah.
By the way, the Batman suit. Did you see that?
Yes. What do you think?
I don't know. I haven't seen the suit looks cool.
When did they ever do that though? When did they put music behind the suit and make it like it's a big thing?
You know what is interesting, though? I've heard that this is a rumor that the bat symbol on his chest looks mechanical because apparently it's made up of the gun that was used to kill his parents.
That's terrible.
I actually think that's kind of cool.
So he's supposed to have that gun inside the Batcave.
You heard that Ben Affleck, right? They're saying why he didn't take the role.
Oh yeah, I heard that he had answered that, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. That's a whole nother guess. All right, so we got deep in this. I'm so glad the Everything Show is back because I know with Doctor Who on the air lately, we've been neglecting the Everything Show, but now that's ending.
Doctor Who just is.
We're going to go back to multiple Everything Shows a day, probably. So I'm glad now Everything Show's coming back, and we got a lot of stuff in here. Thank you, Chris, for that. And I'm sure we got more stuff coming because I heard.
Oh, you got to hear all the shit that's going on with Star Wars. People who thought it was going away. Oh boy.
No?
Oh boy. No, not at all.
Oh, that's a whole cast.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye for now.
They are going all.
Hold on.